Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Manhood. Why are men avoiding singles event? Women are so perplexed by this. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow time.
Why are men avoiding singles events?
Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events.
Nope.
Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend.
Hey girl, what's up?
Hey girl, nothing much. What's up with you?
Girl, I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
I heard about your last online dating experience.
You did? Yeah, girl.
See, that's the problem right off the bat. I heard about your online dating experience recently. Why does everybody know about it? Why is everybody posting everything? Yes, I may talk about it here and there because my channel kind of revolves around it, but I'm not constantly posting, oh yeah, this woman did this man did that, and my date yesterday, he was like, why?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with these dating apps.
I feel you. Well, I actually have an event for you to go to tonight.
For real? Where is it?
It's gonna be at my church. What?
Not
Girl,
doing it.
why? It's
No.
gonna be a lot of single dudes there.
Lies.
Lies.
I am not lying. I'm for real.
I ain't messing with you because the last time you invited me to your church's singles event, it was all women there. Girl, might as well have been a ladies' night or something.
We had a good time the last time, remember?
What I remember was that we spent half the time praying for husbands when the husband should have been there that night at the event. No.
You're
I'm
being
not doing-
dramatic. It was a few dudes there.
It was 3 guys there, and 2 of them were there with their girlfriend. And then the other one was there with his wife. At a singles
It
event.
wasn't that bad. I'm telling you, it's gonna hit tonight.
Many women have threatened to demand a refund because the hyped singles event they paid for was a total flop and failed to achieve its aim, as there were no men in attendance.
Oh, there was men, but they were tooken and they weren't chads.
The women are pissed off that the singles event they had planned and prepared for weeks, carefully picking out a dress and applying perfect makeup for the occasion, turned out to be just them and the organizers staring at themselves. There are no men at singles events anymore.
I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as The Truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
I have noticed
Again, I may try to get myself into a couple singles events in LA. I heard it was popping out here. So maybe I'll try to go there and share my experiences.
that men avoid singles events
I got nothing else
for
to do.
countless reasons. Singles events have turned out to be a ridiculous waste of time, where men are bombarded with rejection and disappointment, leaving them even more frustrated. Singles events are a good waste of time,
Yes.
just like online dating. Men were going crazy from the rejection streaks, so they just chose to avoid it and stick to the organic method of meeting women. Men steer clear of these events for numerous reasons, and one biggie is that singles events present men as average and at the mercy of women.
Yes.
Singles events are an awful place for men who want to present themselves as high value. The truth is that there was a time when a singles event was worth it. Many men found their wives at singles events, but those women were not there because they were leftovers. They were there because that was one of the means of getting to meet men. Singles events are not what they used to be, because modern women have several ways.
Yeah, he's right. Before it was a normal avenue to meet people. And there wasn't very many avenues to meet people outside of that. Now with the invention of the internet, dating apps, and all these things, now it's just seen as, what'd you call it? Desperation.
Ways of meeting men, many more in fact. The fact that these women can't get a man from all the easy and regular means available draws us to the conclusion
Yes.
that they are leftovers.
Yes.
Let me paint you a picture of the kind of women who grace these singles events. These women are out of choice, but the crazy thing is that the women who are out of choice still believe they can be picky about men.
Yep.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend.
This is a great conversation, and the answer is rejection. You see, if you had a singles event, let's just say you brought in 100 women and 100 men. without having some kind of preference checklist for them all to meet before coming there, you're going to have a majority of women be attracted to a minority of men at these things. So majority of men already know they're going to be wasting their time, and it's just going to be, just rejection after rejection after rejection, while this minority of men are being fought over by all the women.
Yep.
And men experience.
It's literally the dating app in real life, right? It's gonna be literally the dating app in real life. It's gonna be 1 or maybe 10 men at most, surrounded probably with 80% of the women. But men don't show up. Men are the evil ones, right?
While going out to bars and whatnot, they see it happen all the time. So that's it. That's the biggest reason, is just rejection. So it's a waste of time for them.
Yep.
So,
and money.
Hope that help.
Money.
The kind of rejection and humiliation men face at singles events is unmatched. Women show up thinking they deserve to take home the best guy, the one who stands out the most. Think about it. If there are 6 men to 8 women, and the majority of the women are only interested in a couple of the men, what happens to the rest of the guys? And these women,
Sit
mind
on
you,
their thumbs.
aren't even worth mentioning. Yet they still think they deserve the top man. An average young guy can go to these events and leave utterly discouraged about dating.
True.
Because the women he talked to found him less interesting than the guy behind him, who is standing at 6 foot, appears rich and well built. This is the idea. Singles events were initially a
I do admit that looking well built thing is a very important thing, man. Get to the gym. Just a reminder.
frustration for men, which led to the reduction in the attendance of men up to the point of 0, which is the reason why women are frustrated now. I discovered that many of these singles events are free for women to attend, which means men are basically paying to be rejected. It is the same way clubs and bars give women free drinks, just to ensure that men come to the bars. Talking about the fact that men have to pay to be in those events, and yet are presented with women who are not up to par, is another reason why men don't show up at singles events anymore. Men would never approach the women they meet at singles events on a normal day, which does not cost them anything. Plenty of the women at singles events are divorced, single mothers, and women with lots of emotional baggage. There are no young women at the singles events. They are still exploring their choices. We will find them at singles events if they run out of options like their older sisters. I think dropping hundreds of bucks just to pick the best of the leftover women is a terrible investment.
Horrible.
It's a waste of money and precious time.
Single events where singles go to meet other people are the worst, because that's pretty much just the leftovers and the completely hopeless people that have 0 values and 0 standards, They just go there in hope that they find someone that they can date. Single groups, single Facebook groups, single markets, dating apps, like all of these things are where the singles with no standards go to and never get anything. That's the worst place to meet high quality women.
True.
Another reason why men stop going to singles events is because the women there are all about finding a man who can meet their standards. They don't mind getting married in the next 3 months. They are under pressure to find a man. They need to drop a baby or 2 before their fertility window closes. They need to get a man because dealing with their kids and their jobs is stressful.
I've dated some few 30-year-old women. Yes. They really want to drop some babies right away. So they really want to rush things. If you're not in for it, don't accept what these women push onto you. Have your own standards, man.
They need to get a man to cure their loneliness as fast as possible. So, singles events are full of women who don't need a man. What they need is what a man can do for them. They are women who say, "These bills are choking me, I need a man." Or, "If I don't get a man fast, I will end up lonely." They are looking for men to fulfill what they want as quickly as possible.
Yep.
This is why the next reason is crazy. The women at singles events do not have plans to be what men need. Traditional
Never.
wives, supporters, and fantastic mothers. It's none of those things for the women. Have you wondered why they are leftovers and divorcees? That's because they are not excellent partners or wives. No one lets a good wife or partner leave their side.
100%
In a
on
world
that
where
one.
a good woman is 1 in 1,000.
Okay, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you could be an evil dude to still have a good wife and just want to fuck around. That happens too.
And no good woman leaves a man due to flimsy excuses. These are the women who might not believe in the traditional values of a woman and think that men should not place demands on them in the 21st century. Yet, they are at these events looking for a man who still believes in the traditional values of a man, so that their needs for a partner can be met. These are the reasons that men have found out, and why they logged out of singles events. This pisses me off about guys that still go to singles events, because it screams that they can't land a date the normal way.
Oh, damn. Maybe I shouldn't go. Nah, I'm just going for experimental reasons.
It is a show that men are desperate, scraping the bottom of the barrel,
Content.
praying for a miracle at these events. It's time to step the hell up and start acting like the men we're supposed to be, instead of groveling for scraps at singles events. Let's get one thing crystal clear right from the start. Attending singles events is an awful way for a man to look for a partner. You shouldn't be boxed in and limited to a pitiful selection of women.
That's why I'm going there, just for fun content to share with you guys.
As a man, you should have the authority to choose the woman you want, based on your own standards. You're the ruler of your world, and you should pick your queen on your own terms, not from a lineup of available women.
Yep.
When you go to singles events, you're stuck sorting through the dregs of what's available, and even then, you might get rejected and disrespected by these leftover women who have the nerve to show up.
Shout outs to manhood. That was some desperate chow from these women. You know, the singles events thing, I cover it once a week or so. It just always comes up because women are at the end of their rope. They don't know what else to do other than to push these single events to men. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time.